Guys, let me hear you say yeah! Yeah! All right. TBC 52! 52! 1 year of fucking podcasting.
1 year of bullshit by your favorite assholes.
Who are those?
Justin.
Jono. Ivy. Me.
All right, I didn't know you were Asian. Holy fuck. All right,
So this calls for a celebration.
celebration. 52 fucking episodes.
Yeah. So the bastard. Was that
Already we're starting
for
off
a
on a
second?
great note.
I thought this was a cork, and I thought the cork came off the bottle.
Suck my cork.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
More bounce.
This is like-
bounce.
Fucking cork sucker.
this is like a throwback to when we used to drink on the podcast
Why did we stop that?
because we became fucking idiots.
It's true.
So today we will become fucking idiots. Maybe we won't. And Armin just launched his glass across the
What's the
table.
matter with you?
Everything.
Man's not hot over here.
So while we pour this, I got something in the mail today. So after a long day of running around doing a bunch of shit, I get this letter.
Is it a self-addressed
From the government.
envelope?
Oh, gouvernement du
Oh
Canada.
no.
Now here's the
Quebec or the federal or the provincial government?
well, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. The point is this. So you know they got certificates for death certificate. They got basically a birth certificate, marriage certificate.
You got your divorcee certificate.
I had no idea they have a divorce certificate.
No way.
You're a certified divorcee.
Hey, congratulations.
So it's so weird, but it's like, why do they send you a certificate for being divorced?
Because it's a hell of an accomplishment.
So this is a credential.
I'd rather have one of those than a high school diploma.
It's fucking retarded.
That's not great to
No,
say.
I mean, no.
I'd rather have one
I
of
wish
those
we
than
could
a
beep
high school diploma.
things on that podcast, but I'm not gonna beep anything.
I meant. If I
What did you
wasn't
mean?
married.
What did you mean?
That's what I meant.
Okay.
yeah, that's a divorce.
No, but you know, like, I don't understand what's the point of having a divorce certificate.
It's just
It is.
If
I
you were
think
once
it's
married and now
is-
you're divorced. It's stuck. They can't come back. Your wife can't come after you later. Your ex-wife can't come after you later. If you say, let's say you want more money.
Right.
You flash a piece of paper and that's how you get rid of her?
Yeah, I'm divorced, bitch.
So I guess it holds up in court.
You gonna frame
holds
that?
up in
Or?
court.
Nah, I don't know.
You should frame it.
That would be so fucking funny.
It is funny. I thought it was funny when I got this. I'm like, oh, what is this now? You know, like I'm looking at it.
What else? What's
You
the
know?
what's the cost again? you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And then I flip it over because it was like attached. I flip it over. I'm like, certificate. Get the fuck out of here.
That's fucked up.
Okay, so
Anyways,
this episode is dedicated to our best moments of the year.
do you remember when Armin, before we started, what was he referred to? The gay,
Gay guy who serves
Yeah,
us drinks, and then he had that awesome intro.
That was amazing.
where he
intro, man.
rose
You're
up
the
from
gay guy who
behind.
serves his drinks now.
No,
Yes, there's video evidence. You poured them. You served them.
And I'm the one that only poured myself.
Also, you
Gentlemen, cheers.
self-homified yourself.
Cheers.
cheers.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
How many takes did we have to do of you fucking rising?
No, I like to rise, man.
No, we didn't do many takes. What we did is we practiced
Practiced, yeah,
it before
yeah.
going live.
But one
Yeah, because
take-
we're making sure, like, we
Yeah, we were making
see
sure-
Armin's
Have a
head,
big
you know?
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a big head.
But it was
And then we
perfect.
didn't want Armin like to look like he's coming sideways and then rising. Like we
I
really
come
had to.
straight.
So we did like a couple of test
If
films.
you
That
slow
was
it
funny.
down, that footage, you can see him struggling. Like
No, that was the power raising.
no, but you see the strain in your eyes.
Yeah.
Like this hurts.
That is. It's like the force.
But it was
like
beautiful. It was
The force rises.
yeah, see.
But
Should we spoil the shit out of that movie for
We
you,
already
Steve?
did.
Oh, we did that.
Oh, you did that
Yeah,
already?
yeah, we did
Yeah,
that.
you
I'm
missed
glad I
quite a
didn't
bit.
watch the podcast.
We started.
before I-
We ended this with you, but for the last few podcasts, it was without you. Like we started.
What?
Wait a minute.
So we started the podcast.
Oh,
the
right.
three of
Yeah,
us.
the first few weeks, just
you,
the
you
three of
know,
us.
and I'm not a screamer, is what it was called.
Is that what the first?
That was
one
the first
called?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a screamer.
yeah.
And
What was the reason for that?
because we were talking about sex and if we make noise or not.
And what did I say?
You were saying you must be really loud during sex. I'm like, no, I'm not a screamer. And then it stopped, and we all laughed.
You remember?
Yeah, I don't really scream. No,
No, I don't scream at
but
all.
I do.
retitled it.
I
after
kind
this.
of grunt it.
It'd be cool to scream though, right?
But we could see the progression over the year because if you see that first video, shitty quality, poor lighting, and then
Well,
we're
how
here.
did that?
Same living room.
Well, let me tell you something. How did you manage to spill?
Because I just went.
I love how we all cheered and nobody drank.
But is this supposed to be
This
a
is
trank
why-
type of thing?
okay,
Are we sipping
you know-
or drinking?
You know, I was asked why do I keep a plastic underneath the tablecloth when we do the podcast?
This is it.
And this is the reason
This
why.
is it, man. Of course, spills.
And because you spit when you talk.
No, that's not the reason.
Spills backwards, it slips.
With the slip.
No, don't emphasize the S, emphasize the L. It's two L's. Yeah.
Slip.
So do we
Drink?
train that shit?
Well,
Yeah.
Are we gonna train it?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
train that
shit.
shit.
Oh, no, come on, guys. We got to drive, and
Bounce,
it's really
bounce,
cold outside.
bounce,
Good
ba-
friends
ba-
and a
bounce,
bottle of
bounce,
this
bounce.
thing.
Whatever.
Bouton.
It's
It's
brandy.
brandy, yeah, yeah,
brandy.
different.
Good friends and a
Brandy.
bottle of Romagna.
That would hurt going in.
That will hurt going out too.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Actually,
Cheers,
this
guys.
is good training for New Year's.
Yeah, man.
It's good training for Wildwood,
Well,
Cheers.
that's us. Yeah.
which was also a fantastic podcast. Wildwood. In the car.
You know what? It's not too harsh. Like, despite it being hard, it's not that harsh.
Comes back.
Does it?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Ah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it stays in your mouth.
Not in your hands.
Not in your hands.
So what else did we have? There
We had
was
the Wildwood podcast, which was a car cast.
the car cast. That was actually not bad.
It was a great one.
The only problem with that was I had no voice. I had a really hard time
And
with
the
that.
fucking vibration. Yeah, the
And
jiggling.
what are you talking about? The worst part of that was we had to stop halfway through because fucking
Melik's
Mel.
phone.
Yeah. We had a whole.
Do you know about
25
that story about Melik's phone?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah,
I
you
heard
guys
it,
had to
yeah.
go back.
We even let them know. Like, wait, this is the second time we're doing this. Like, fucking Mel forgot his phone at the goddamn UPS, which he couldn't even use.
That was too funny.
So there's that one. There was some other. There was the first one at Gray Zone. That was
Oh,
pretty
Gray
sexy.
Zone.
What did we do for the
What
first
was
one
the
at Gray
first one
Zone?
at
I don't
Gray
remember
Zone?
the
It was
first
the,
one. I remember painting
oh,
it.
I
I
can
remember
tell
you
you.
doing
It was
Some
some.
prick
Slayer
painted over my
thing.
Slayer logo.
No, it was the first one at Gray Zone was singer of Soundgarden.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that so?
yeah.
The first Gray Zone.
Yeah, because
was,
it was the depressing
memory?
one, and it was like we had to start the
His
depressing
name is
one.
Chester.
Chester.
and that's
Oh, yeah.
a wrong band.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yes.
I'm just laughing 'cause I don't know if it's too soon to make that kind of you know.
No, that's whatever.
Whatever.
Just
There's-
a
it's
They
never.
walked out of the same exit. Oh no!
Oh!
Wait, wait. What movie is that? Chester Copperpot
I think you mean Cobblepot,
or
Yeah.
something like that?
and that's Batman
That's
Returns.
that's Penguin's
No,
name.
it's the
Penguin's
Goonies.
name.
It's the Goonies.
Yeah, but Penguin's name is
when they get the
Cobblepot.
map, just a
Cobblepot
Cobblepot.
something. Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah,
Something
that's-
like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but also
Batman Returns.
It's not Batman Returns. That's fucking Penguin's
Penguin's
name.
name.
Batman
that's
Returns.
But he was
is
talking
in-
about movies, so I said Batman Returns.
Ah.
But by the way, Penguin was a fantastic villain that nobody. He never
Oh,
gets-
you want to talk about good actors,
Danny
man?
DeVito.
How about
No,
Batman Forever
no,
and Val
no.
Kilmer,
Yes,
man?
yes, Danny DeVito as Penguin was fantastic.
Val Kilmer is the best Batman ever.
I like him,
I
but he's
like
not the
where I was
best.
Going more.
Man,
Chester Copperpot.
we're not gonna get into a Batman discussion now,
That's
but
fine.
Stick to suicide joke. No,
yeah.
So it was the one where Chris Cornell, we would discuss his life
right.
and depression and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and
Yeah.
there was a
So-
lot of reactions to shit that was
Oh yeah,
said.
it was his shit post that really
Yeah,
that
it
started
was
out.
great.
Yeah.
What was it?
Fantastic.
My post. Oh no, my post was
Well, we
don't
don't.
be an asshole and kill yourself,
Right.
more or less. Right. That's right. That's how my post rang to
It
people.
was yeah.
But it wasn't that. It was more like, you know, you're treating us like an asshole when you kill yourself, kind of thing. I don't know. This is not good. I should stop talking, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Doing a
Just
lot
say
of
you
things
know what
today
I
that are
mean.
really. I wish I had a divorce certificate.
Yeah, so,
Instead of a high school
so far so bad. So far so bad. You know.
So bad. So what?
Oh.
yes, yes.
There was. What about the one? It was before we moved to Gray Zone when we were still over here and we had a different angle. It was the angle facing these two guys?
There was a lot of them like that.
And
Yeah, it
There's
was
a lot
like
of-
the first podcast.
Yeah,
so
like
that,
Yeah.
many few. Yeah.
so why did you throw the video game at me at my head?
Oh, that was so funny.
I can't
Just
remember.
because there was
Oh
no,
yeah, that's exactly that. I saw it.
there was no reason.
I wanted to throw it because we were filming something stupid.
right in
Right.
the kisser.
So I threw it, and your head just happened to be in the direction where it was going.
You know what the funny thing is that so we posted just that snippet as like this is a preview of the podcast. The podcast comes out, and Ivy doesn't include it.
I know. I don't even include the continuation.
And people
of
were
this.
like, "What
Not
did he
even
say
that.
at the end?"
You don't even get me
no,
here getting
no, no.
hit.
He included it, but
What
he
did-
didn't.
what
Yeah,
did
no,
you
he
say
did.
after you got
because
hit?
people were more upset that we didn't finish off the sentence that you said.
Yeah, exactly.
after.
I
Yeah, he
never
had it,
show.
yeah.
I never show what was after
Hold
that.
on,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
I'm telling you that podcast. If we can go check it on YouTube, do you remember the name of that podcast? The title.
We'll
of
just
that
look
one?
for all the people that were there. But it was definitely included, but it was cut. It
Yeah,
was
we
cut
never
before-
we
because
never
it was
heard John
first
go.
of all,
No,
it
it
ended
wasn't.
on first.
We
No,
never
no.
heard John say, "This is why I don't do
No,
football."
hold on,
Da, da,
hold
da,
on.
da. Yeah.
Hold on. I'll tell you what happened. You don't in the actual release of the podcast. You don't even see me getting
Yeah, it's
hit.
true. It was just in the
don't.
trailer, like
it's
they do.
just in the trailer.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
you're
remember some people saying, "What happened to that part?" I thought that was in the podcast.
I remember.
And I
being in
bet
there, but
it's
it was
one of
cut
the
out.
podcasts that
Never-
has
it
the
was-
most
it was
views,
never-
man.
I remember it being in there, but it was cut right before he says first of all. And
No,
everyone was like,
I
"Why
think
didn't
it's
you
not
finish
even
the
in a
sentence?"
Not
podcast
even-
at all.
It's not in the podcast at all.
Yeah, it's true.
first of all.
I remember.
Yeah, that's in the trailer.
I remember doing that on
That was in the
purpose.
trailer.
Actually,
Anyways,
Why?
I don't know. It just felt okay, you know,
We'll
like
go back to that one, but I remember if we can find that, we'll post that video and
because it
then-
was good for that, you know, like just like in movies, sometimes in trailers there's part that are not actually in the movies.
We had-
So it's the same thing here, man. So don't judge me on think people
Hey.
do already.
I'm gonna judge you fucking hard. You should have put it in there if it's not in there
some
already.
pretty cool fucking guests have come and gone.
Yeah, some
Right.
really cool. Who have we had
Simon?
from the beginning?
Michelle, Simon,
Julian,
Michelle,
Jimmy.
I enjoyed Michelle both times. when
Yeah.
Michelle
she
was.
on.
That's
I think
so
it-
upsetting to say. Like right on the podcast, you're saying you fucked her already. God damn it, you enjoyed them both.
No,
times.
Michelle was
I'm fucking
good.
with
Q
you.
was
No,
good too,
that's
man.
Michel Vigneault. That's the guy.
That's the guy.
yeah,
Come on,
I
man.
thought you were talking about the guy.
no,
No.
Michelle Ayoub, our guest.
She's great.
Which is
Fantastic.
Booyah basketball.
And then we got our
Cubes.
who's the
Cubes.
man,
I like
you know?
Cubes.
Cubes and Michelle would be probably
Yeah,
the
Cubes
tie
and
for
Michelle's
the
are bastards.
best
In
guys.
were
a
you
way,
ever-
you know?
were you
Simone
there?
was good too, but I wasn't there.
Simone.
Even
Simone
even
was
Mike,
awesome.
even Mike.
Mike
there.
was awesome
Mike
too,
was
man.
cool.
Mike
The
wanted to
alien
be here
conversation
tonight.
with Mike was
we had
cool, man.
Fez, who was all over the place, and Dano,
Yeah.
who stayed. He
Yeah,
was in
but-
two of them because he was in
Yeah.
the car
Oh,
cast.
but that podcast with Dano and Fez, was that the one I did the unknown?
Well, it might have been, but
I think so,
That
yeah.
was
That
a
one,
good one.
that one was a
disaster.
big one. It was a disaster cast.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah.
That's the one you
Boris
got
was
hit in the
there.
head. Yes.
Yeah,
Boris was there.
was-
Yeah.
No, this
yes,
one
because
Boris.
Dano was on that one where you got hit in the head.
Oh, I
Yes,
think it's
because
the
he's like,
same
tell
one.
me that hit him.
But was that the same one? Is that the
He
same
was on
one?
he was on 3 times.
So, but that's not the same one where Dano sat there. Ivy was the unknown. We had Boris that didn't want to be on the podcast, but then came on and then
pretty
just got
sure it
into
was
a
the one-
heated argument with Armin.
I think it's the one with Boris.
Boris and Fez, I think we're on the same one.
yeah, they
Yeah,
were with
they were.
Julian.
There was like 9 people.
It was
on
like
that
9
one.
people. We were like, and they were like Boris came and Dano both left.
I think
They-
it was that
They
one.
went to the counter and started doing a train, and then they came back for the end or some shit.
I think it was that one.
It was that one.
Yeah. Where you got hit in the head. Why do you remember that one
What the
specifically?
fuck?
Because it was fun. It was a good one.
I don't think they like us.
Pour it.
Look
No,
at
no.
this
You
shit.
made the comment. You can pour it yourself,
Oh,
bitch.
no. I did my job. I even had a towel over my hand when I
Hey,
did it.
we're remembering the past.
Remembering
Do your
Armin.
job like you used to do.
Yeah.
Watch the
He's
leg.
getting the towel.
Where's he doing? Oh, the
That's another thing. While he gets those things, we really upgraded our system, our setup.
our setup.
We used phones before, and at the beginning, I can tell you right now, we were like scrambling to find more cameras. Should we buy this expensive camera? Should we not? And then we decided, no, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Seriously.
I was going nuts because my phone. Oh, there we go. Gay guy who
Good
brings
job.
his drinks is back.
Good job.
Good job, Armin. Good job.
Good job. Good job.
All right, like-
even enough.
Good job.
Jid gob.
For people that are listening instead of viewing, Ivy just slapped Armin on the behind.
On the behind.
So yes. So we had phones before. We used our phones, which we still have.
Yeah, but we don't use, man. It was just an asshole for me for
Oh.
for editing, you know. Oh, beautiful.
Where's my tip?
Don't worry, Armin.
Where's my tip?
You want just the tip?
He wants
We
So,
can start with
as I was saying, we were using phones, which you
Yeah.
still all have the same phones. But then Ivy bought a Lumix, which he hacked, and now it captures everything.
It works great, but the thing about these phones is the variable frame rate. We won't even talk about this really, but it sucks.
It
to
was a
record
pain in the
iPhone,
ass.
man.
This is like it's way better.
Premiere doesn't accept variable frame rate, so I was like, fuck that.
I know. I liked locked frame rates.
like static.
We got a whole bunch of lights for the gray zone. And why did we leave gray zone? Because it was costing too much money.
Hey, look, we had a kitchen cast that was amazing.
Kitchen
Yeah,
gas was
that
awesome.
I
was
like
cool.
Kitchen
True.
Cast. The Kitchen Cast with the way the cameras were set up.
That camera on the top,
Multi-camera.
that was used for like 5 seconds, but it was very
Yeah.
It
useful.
was really interesting. We should keep doing that. I really like the cast. But we
Remember
need
this one?
multiple
My
cameras.
Hawaiian shirt was good. I took off my pants during that podcast. It was great.
It's true.
I still remember the cold breeze. You know, it was beautiful.
We sang Michael Jackson once. It was great.
Yeah,
Remember
the
that?
trailer for that
Heal
was
the
cool. Man.
world,
Yeah.
make it a better.
That's like the
place.
third or
Oh,
fourth
no,
cast.
no.
No, I think it was later than that. No,
No,
Yeah,
it was
was it
definitely
really?
early. It was before.
I know it
Armin.
was early.
Oh, there's something
before
for,
Armin.
in all the podcasts. Something that I really like that I did. It was the restaurant exception when I started the Meg Bastard. Like that lasted 2-3
Oh,
weeks.
that was
They were
cool.
great.
During those 2-3 weeks, I
all
really
you
had
got,
fun,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
I
it's all
really
you got was
Yeah,
Meg
you got a
Bastard.
hell of a lot of McDonald's. at the
Yeah,
same
man.
time. It was good.
I really enjoyed that moment because I made a point going to McDonald's trying to make an exception, and she said no to me, so that was gold. They're just a McBaster that went out for 2-3 weeks. It was fun.
You should
I really
you
had
should
fun.
do that again.
Yeah.
What about the
definitely.
champion?
Who's the
Oh
champion?
yeah, we
What's
are
the
the champion. The champion.
that, the
We have nobody else knows this, but we have a first
Golden
version of that
Oh yeah.
where Armin immediately saw it, laughed, and then realized I can't post that.
Oh yeah.
We have a gift
This
that we can
cannot
only
be
show
posted.
between us.
And if 15 people ask to see it, we are not gonna show it.
No one's gonna ever see it.
It is
Wah,
amazing.
wah,
His
wah.
fly is open and everything. Didn't even realize it, and we were all like, "Wow."
He is the real champion on that. That's
It
for
was-
sure.
that was a
They
funny
saw
one.
a part of me they didn't think existed.
Yeah, he can move. He can move. So we have.
Fancy,
I
I'm
made a
very
gif
proud
of
of
that.
that moment, but I'm so proud of that moment.
It was very proud. I made a gif of it. So now anything that goes down.
What's a GIF? You mean a GIF?
No. Fuck that. Okay, it's
I think he
giraffe.
means a GIF.
Yeah, GIF.
a GIF.
You want a
GIF.
giraffe?
A
A
GIF.
gif?
We settled for something else though.
it's
Something
jive.
Yeah, jive.
No, that would only be possible if there was an E after the
No,
F.
jive.
No, can't.
Yeah, no,
Well,
yeah.
then it's just gif straight up
How do you know?
because
No,
it's
it's
It's gift. No,
not gift.
Well, it's giraffe.
it's
You're
GIF.
telling me it's
No,
not
there's a
jive?
GIR there, not GIF. Gift, gif.
It's
That's
not GF.
it. Giraffe has an
Yeah,
R.
it's my friend actually.
Jive.
Fortin.
Jive.
That's two Quebecois names I threw out today.
Seriously.
What was the other one?
Michel Villeneuve.
Oh,
the guy
right.
you
This
fucked.
right. Yeah. The guy I fucked.
You fucked a guy?
No.
Hey, there's something else we did,
What?
and it's actually still going on right now.
What?
But it's more
Yeah,
subtle.
where's Batman?
It's a Batman
I know,
head,
I've seen
man.
it. I've seen
No, the Batman head is over there.
Yeah, but remember the
The
last video
Batarang.
I did? The
wings.
the two fucking Batarang that went
Yeah.
out. They're
Honestly-
still in here.
I haven't even looked for them.
That's
Why?
the- you
That's
know-
what's fun about
You know,
it. You haven't
moving
seen
one.
them.
I gotta say this: if you weren't dating Jess at the time, you would never have found it in the fucking.
But you know what? That's the thing that went
soap. Why?
a
She
week too
drinks dish
long.
soap?
You know, and I that went a bit too long, but it was fun. When it wasn't that fucking
Yeah,
thing,
that
that was
one was
awesome.
genius.
We should have stopped there,
Stopped
maybe
it
bring
there.
it back after. I think when I did
You
the
were
battering,
so obsessed with doing it again and again and again.
I know.
Because we fucked up.
It
The
was
second
fun.
time we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it,
yeah,
We got really lazy.
it
That's
was
so
one
easy to
time,
find.
like after the bottle thing.
That was the best one.
Yeah, but we had one last chance and we screw it. And then at that point, I really insisted
sick
on doing
of it.
one other time. And
That's
then when
'cause
I
I
did,
listened to you. If you
and then
listened
when
to
I
me,
did
I
the
put away.
battering thing, John was like, "Fuck that
If
shit."
you had
know?
just listened to my original spot for the last one, you
What was
wouldn't have
it?
found it. I
So
can't
what?
say
There's
it
two
now.
Batarangs that are still around.
they're
Yeah.
still there.
Right
I
now.
see them every time I come here, and it's great.
Well, that's just weird.
Now you're gonna start
love it.
again. 2018.
No,
2018,
start that
John. You
shit
gotta find it
again.
There's
again.
Somebody's
Dude.
holding them.
Yo, it's been
Somebody's fucking
fucking
garbage.
garbage.
It's somebody else's treasure.
You
Hey,
guys,
guys.
are gonna love me.
Hey guys, I got coffee for everyone.
I was
Speaking of which, I want to go back this year to Atlantic City.
you've been saying this every year.
This year we got to go back to Atlantic
Yeah,
City.
and I've
Are you
never
down?
been. I've never been.
Ivy's technically his body's been there, but his mind was there for all about 5 minutes.
All right, are you gonna come to Wildwood this
Yes,
year?
I am.
Or maybe 10
100%.
minutes. The 5 minutes
Give it
would.
an hour. And without exaggerating, I think Ivy was able to recollect memories for an hour.
Yeah.
After that hour, it was on cruise control for an hour, and after that second hour was done,
All I remember after the first hour is this. No, man.
no.
man.
The best is when I made him walk, and I was like, the only way to sober up a bastard is get him moving. So I made him walk. I was like, where are we going? We're going back to the room. And I walked about maybe 15 minutes down the boardwalk, and I realized this boardwalk is like finishing now. So I made a U-turn, and we started coming back, and he's like, where are we going? I said, don't worry, we're going to the room. He's like, I don't believe you anymore, man. And he sat on the floor with his legs crossed. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm not moving from here. You keep making me walk all over the fucking place, and I don't know why.
You remember this?
I don't remember that one at all, man.
Luckily, Donald showed up, and now he was like, I trust you. Take me back to the room.
I trust you. If anything, don't trust Dano.
We brought him to the room, we sat him down, and Ivy had his burger there. He hadn't eaten it yet. And Donald was like, don't touch that. That's Ivy's burger. He's got to eat this when he wakes up. Eat some of the fries.
He puts it back.
But Ivy stayed passed out the entire. We did the beach, we did the eating, we did that Ramsey guy's restaurant.
Yeah.
We did gambling heavily
You went
at
to
the
a
end of
Gordon
the
Ramsay
night.
restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go. Okay, now I want to go.
The only thing, wait, before you continue, the only thing I wouldn't do is the Gordon Ramsay restaurant again because that really slowed us down.
Oh, I really want to try it though.
Maybe if we go there and we just order drink after
I was,
drink.
like, hammered through the whole
No, I
thing,
want
though.
food.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
but
go-
I'm saying
I'll go
we
with
go
you,
there
man.
and
All
we
right,
have
me
to
and,
wait.
me and Ivy will go.
Yeah.
We'll have
You
a
didn't
candle
go,
lit
true.
fucking dinner,
Yeah. So continue.
and we'll
Then-
discuss John's 5.9
Then we
inches.
gambled. We gambled away all of our riches and went back to the room. And it was like now close to 1 a.m, let's say, right? And then people settled in. We were already heavily intoxicated. So people started passing out. And me and Malik, the two Armenians, of course, were like, he's like, hey, you tired? I'm like, nah, man, I don't feel like sleeping. He's like, you feel like gambling?
Fuck,
It's like,
I would have come
So we
if I
woke
wasn't
up,
passed out.
went downstairs, and we gambled until about 3:30 or something like that. Now we came back up. Everybody was passed out. He slept on the floor. I had a spot on the bed. And then all of a sudden, I hear Malik say, my eyes were closing at this point. He goes, holy shit, he's alive. I turn around, and Ivy is standing up in front of the window like this. I have to piss. He just walks over the people on the floor, goes, takes a piss, comes back. Okay, went right back to sleep. that was the time he spent conscious and sober and like not fucked up in Atlantic City. It was all 30 seconds. Got up, pissed, went back to sleep.
Then woke up the next day and we off we went
Yeah.
to Wildwood.
Yeah.
Pink Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac. Why you always lying, bro?
What?
Why
you always lying?
Oh my God!
Stop fucking lying!
That was a good video too.
Oh my God!
And these nuts.
That fucking video. Shit, that was at a time.
That was at a
That
time.
was at a time.
Yeah, that was at a time.
Yeah,
You're
man.
right. Didn't you tell me after that video that every time someone spoke to you,
In my head, I
you're
was like,
like,
"Stop fucking lying."
There was another one that I liked.
yeah, these nuts. $28 and you're not even getting these nuts.
Who said the joint? I said
You
that.
said that.
you were
What
like
are we
really
talking
angry.
about?
Maple syrup, the sugar shack, and
Oh,
they don't give you bacon.
Yeah.
About how breakfast.
Yeah, you don't- they don't give you
sucks.
bacon.
And I've been saying
$95 You
forever.
don't even get
These nuts.
I've been saying forever. I hate the Sugar Shack. It's stupid.
I love the sugar
It's
shack.
great.
Yeah,
It's a family experience.
You're probably one of those guys who likes the zoo.
Dude, if you were to go to La Belle Province and there were no hot dogs, wouldn't you be like, the fuck is this place? So if these guys
I
are
agree with you on the bacon.
specializing in breakfast.
I agree.
And they're like, we got it all.
They're
That's
not.
one thing.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Sugar Shack was a thing before breakfast places became a thing.
That's true.
so
Well, get with the times.
So before it was like, holy shit. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. Get with the times.
No, man. Where do you get oreille de Chris?
No, keep that shit. Give us bacon with
They
it.
got
Give us bacon.
One of the other.
Oh, and you went for it that year for bacon. I remember you wanted to have bacon, and they did have bacon.
What the fuck is up with you
There
guys
was-
and pig fat? I mean, come on.
Oh, man. Oreille de Chris, you have to have it once a year.
No, I hate that shit. It's fucking gross. I've never liked it. But give me backing? Oh, that's the
fuck's
shit.
here.
You guys know how much I love bacon. tomorrow when we're going for breakfast,
We're gonna eat a.
I am going.
I
to
know.
eat a
I've seen you.
mountain of
I've seen
bacon.
you with Mountain of Bacon in Wildwood. All you had was bacon.
And I haven't had bacon since Wildwood.
That's fucking
Why?
mental.
Oh, Wildwood, you go to the buffet and you take a bowl.
Remember?
Why?
I'm so
Bowl of
glad.
Bacon,
I'm so glad
some shredded fried potatoes.
that I was
that
like-
cheese sauce, and just go home, man.
we
That's
we didn't
it,
go
man.
to that buffet this year. We went to the other one, the one that was right near our hotel, because I was
was
like, let's
better.
try it. It's here, yeah, and it was
Yeah.
amazing. We went every day.
Yes, because we always want to go, but it's always closed when we go.
Yeah, but it
it's
wasn't.
too
It
late.
wasn't always closed. I was just like, it's open. No, it's closed. No, it's open. So we saw it. They got a buffet. All right, let's go. Really old
But
style.
I had said
though.
I wanted to go
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this, and
For
It was
5
great.
years we've been saying we want to try that.
It was
other one.
it was great.
but
Very
well,
90s
at first,
style,
but those other years, we always thought that maybe we can't go in because we're not part of that hotel.
And the
but-
other thing.
No,
is,
actually, I found
We
out
made-
that restaurants attached to hotels, they want other people from not the hotel
That's
to go.
possible.
Yeah.
Anyways,
plus, we came
Wildwood.
like family at the other one, you know.
Yeah.
Think Cadillac you have it, but we have to space it out, or else it becomes,
We're known.
Family gets annoying if you see them too much.
Anyways, this year I'm going for sure.
Is it because there's no console coming out that next year? That's what it is.
Aha! It's because there's no console coming
No,
out.
I did not go to Wildwood because of the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, no, that
guys.
was exactly because of the Nintendo Switch.
It was because of the Switch.
If you had the $500 from the Switch to
I
go to
like how
Wildwood,
it's-
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Because if you didn't spend money on the Switch,
you would have had money for
you would
Wildwood.
have had that money and been like, guys, we're going to Wildwood. Aha!
No, don't be stupid. It wasn't
No.
about money because I know for a fact
He knows for a
this
fact.
motherfucker was looking at $700 flights to come down.
It's true.
So
Yeah, but you
no.
had offers for people to just pay for you to go.
that was before he knew he could go.
That was before he knew he can go.
That was before he knew he
Yeah,
could
but
go.
I would never take a
You know what
penny
this is? This
from
is me
anyone.
having your back.
Okay, all I have to say is this. All I have to say is this. If anybody wants to not come or decides they shouldn't come because they want to skip a year or whatever,
Drink a lot,
it's-
you'll get whiskey dick.
I don't care if you skip Wildwood 8, which is next year, and the one after that. But everybody has to
Wildwood
be present.
X.
Wildwood X. Why? Because it's the 10th year, your 30th, your 40th,
Ah!
and yeah.
No,
At least I'll
like
be 39.
And Nick has agreed to coming to Wildwood X.
True. And we're never going to be in the same decade of age. It's crazy. Think about that.
We're
Ever.
just not allowed.
We're just not allowed.
Wait a minute. No, we're not. Yes, we. No, wait,
No,
maybe.
never.
When's your birthday?
April.
Fuck. But wait a minute. If I'm like,
No,
yeah,
you're in
I'll
80?
be 39.
Yes.
You'll be
You're
turning
right.
30.
for
So
about
for-
4 months.
Fucking A. We'll be in
Oh,
our 30s
geez,
together, bro.
Nice.
But me and
Our-
John never.
Never.
He's
No,
79.
never ever.
No, he fucked it.
I fucked
But
it.
us, we're decade brothers, man.
Yeah.
For like a month and a half. But we're
I'm the
there.
only one that could say I'm a 70s child.
you're 70.
Not really. You were at the tail end of it. And then
I'm still a 70s
79?
child.
Not-
yeah,
not really,
79.
not
We
really.
bad you, dude. You can't go back.
I'm 81.
You got
What
80.
year
You
you
got
born?
you're an 80s kid.
Yeah. Oh, no, I am
81.
80s kid, but I mean, I was born in the 70s.
You're a child of birth in the 70s.
Yeah.
79, 80, 81. Oh, what the fuck?
You
Shit,
are
oh,
here.
fuck, 90.
Here, something. Here's
I
something.
tripped over a few years there.
Here's what you are.
What?
You were born in the era where doctors still did cocaine while they were giving birth.
Nice. That explains how I
Oh,
turned
it's a
out.
girl. I mean a boy.
That explains why I turned out the way I turned
Mine
out.
is the same thing, except they had flock of seagulls haircuts.
I thought you were going to say
Okay.
flocks of Eden.
Flocks
Yeah,
of
maybe.
Eden. Splashes of Eden.
Ashes of semen.
Mofos,
Oh.
real amateur girls, and ashes of Eden.
Mofos, ayo.
I always fuck myself, don't I?
Real amateur girls, ashes
Real
of Eden.
amateurs.
Imagine a girl band, all girl band called Ashes of Eden.
They
That
go
makes some
much
sense.
further than us.
What's the male version of Eden? Is there?
I don't.
Dawn.
It's a place. I don't think so.
Yeah, but there are girls that are called Eden.
Blanca.
Yeah. Oh,
Eddie.
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 Yeah.
So,
Ashes of Ed.
Ashes of Ed.
Ashes of Edward.
Yeah.
Ashes of Edward.
I
That's
like
if
it.
they were a female band.
Eden. Eden's a cooler name than Edward, though.
Edon.
Edon.
Edwin.
Edwin.
Edwin. Amazing. What other good times that we have this year? Specifically to podcast.
We called me and left me pretty angry voicemails for not doing
True. I left you an angry voicemail.
Yeah.
like 3.
Also, me and Ivy had a angry debate about Nintendo Switch all year.
I gotta say, the greatest thing that came out of this podcast for me was the Gray Zone. I mean, I love the podcast, and you guys, even though you don't give a fuck, we kind of like you too, but love you guys.
Love
and,
you.
and the Gray Zone, what it did is it gave me a place
To hang out.
that was 24 hours.
Yep.
That wasn't my practice room because that motherfuckers are not 24 hours. That wasn't my house. That was, 12 minutes from my house? Whenever we were just bored and we knew we needed to get out, I'd say, one of you four was always available. Hey, Gray Zone, Gray Zone.
Gray Zone.
We go to Gray
It
Zone.
was fantastic.
Then you get in that fucking white room with nothing in there but a table and chairs, your phones, a hell of a guitar amp, and 2 guitars. Have a good fucking time, you know?
It was fantastic. I miss it. It was just expensive.
There
It was
one-
hot as fuck in there.
There
though,
was a
man.
night where we had gone out and Ivy had gone straight there already because he's not gonna drink and drive, and we knew that we can spend like it's 24 hours, right? So he was there, not driving his car, and I had just finished downtown. It was like 3:30, and I was sober. I'd given somebody a lift home, and I was like, "The fuck am I gonna do now? I don't feel like going home," you know. I was like, "Hey, hold on a second." Ivy took a cab not long before me from the bar, right? So I was like, "Hey, check Ivy, what are you doing?" I just called him in the car, and I was like, "Hey, where you at?" "I'm at Gray Zone, dude." "Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Out of the phone, went to Gray Zone. There was beers there, so I just drank beers over there, got in Ivy, stayed, and we both stayed till about 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we're like, when we got out, we're both at our cars, it's broad daylight, and we're both looking at our phones. It's kind of a fucking miracle they haven't called us yet. We're not going to have time to have a long ceremonial goodbye right now because, both of us are going to rush to get in the house before the
phone call is coming, man.
Before they wake up.
Because
Oh, dude.
it's never anger. It's more like questioning your intelligence. Like, hello? Hey. First thing is always this. It tells you, tells you, it's 7. And you're like, oh, I'm very much aware of that. The roads are empty. It's pretty good. It's like, you're not home. I'm like, very much aware of that also. What the fuck are you doing? That's where they fuck you.
Yeah.
You're always like, I don't have a good explanation for that one.
And it always
I was yelling and screaming at the Gray Zone.
and it always happened 10 minutes before I get home.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking, I'm cruising, like, I got
yeah.
this. I'm getting
You're
to the
getting-
crowd.
so
10
you
minutes.
were across the bridge.
I'm always get called, man. It's
Yeah,
I can't understand it. I would call as well if it's 7 in the morning.
But I mean, like, so that night or that
Oh yeah,
morning,
I did.
you got caught.
100%. I did get caught.
What about you?
I don't know. Maybe that. I don't
No, and I
remember.
specifically remember that time I was like 3-4 minutes away. You know when you just turn in the small street to get home,
Yeah.
the phone ring, and it's Rosalie like, to you, you just know she just woke up. I was like, alors je m'en viens, chérie. Tu sais, like I'm full awake,
Yeah,
full of
yeah,
energy.
you're full of energy.
Everything is good. I was like, damn. I'm always 10 minutes too short, man.
It's 7. Yeah, I know.
Oh, je sais, chérie. Je m'en viens.
You're not home. Yeah, Roger that too. Definitely, I'm on the 15 actually.
I'm fully aware. I am not present.
You know what you should
in
have
the
said?
house
You know what
right
you
now.
should have said? I came home, but you're not home. I know, I'm going to work.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then what you do is you just go to Tim Hortons.
I'm just
for
going to
about
get
2 hours.
breakfast for us,
It
baby.
used to suck when I was a lot younger. I used to living at my parents, of course, and we're partying all the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't working with my father yet, so I had my own job. I figured I know how to take care of that. It doesn't matter as long as I'm awake, I can get to it. So sometimes I would be coming home, and it's on a weekday from somebody's house or whatever, and it's like 7:45 in the morning, and you see your father open the front door, coming out, still bags under his eyes because he finished work at 10 the night before. Walking to his car, and you're coming home with a bag of McDonald's breakfast. Home with this, and you cross each other, and you're like, "Hey, Dad," and his head, he's like, "My stupid fucking son." Gets into his car, and he's going to work. And
In his head the entire time he gets to the car, what the fuck have I raised? This is my fault. What have I done?
and I'm getting in. I can't wait to eat this McDonald's. I start work at 2. I have time to sleep. So it changes a bit, but everything changes in life. But some shit always leaves its flavor there. Like this thing with the wives now calling. It's like, hey, stupid. It's like, you want to go out? It's cool. Go out. It's fucking 7 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, wait, I still gotta stop by McDonald's first, man. Hang on a second.
You know, earlier it's funny you were talking about like when you was it, I don't know if it was on the podcast before we went live or before, but you mentioned how when you pass by your old apartment, you slow down,
Always.
whatever. Anyway, it's funny because I actually brought up your apartment today to Kelly, and I was like,
She'll never understand.
she'll never get it, and I was like, man, you know what? Because she's I guess what you would call a beer snob, you know, like the kind that drinks like all these crazy different beers kind of thing, which I it's cool. I like IPAs, but I can also go with the shitty beers.
Yeah,
right?
a Pabst fucking Blue Ribbon is
Well, maybe
nice
not
sometimes,
Pabst,
man.
but I like. But I was
Molson X.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling her we were drinking Molson X on a regular basis, and I explained to her the fucking wall of beer. And then I tell her, and we were always throwing the bottle caps in back of Armin's TV.
Can you ask Kelly if she would drink beer, non-alcoholic beer?
Why?
Probably not.
Then it doesn't matter what type of shitty beer you drink, because if it's you won't drink a non-alcoholic, it means you really don't like the beer. You just like the way
This
it fucks
was
you
about
up.
my apartment, Ben.
I know.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Shut up.
All right.
Anyways, it's just funny. I was
Sorry
telling
for
her these
wait a
things.
minute.
I was telling her these things, and she's like, "There must have been like fruit flies." I'm like, "No, actually." And I was like, "And you know how Armin used to clean his apartment? He used to take a broom, and he would sweep his table, his
Everything.
couch.
I would start at the back of the living
He
room
would sweep his-
and sweep in this direction.
But he would sweep
and
his
then everything goes
furniture,
in the garbage.
everything. You sweep everything, his furniture. I remember the first time I saw that was from
clean
Sapphire.
would the place get?
It was from Sapphire. I think like Ara was there or something. You were explaining some story about how Ashes of Eden was formed. You went through in detail story. And
That's how I
fell
do.
asleep, woke up the next day. I think Ara left, and I'm sitting there, and I just see Armin takes a broom and just starts sweeping his furniture.
It was
It's the same way he cleans his house now when Annie's not home.
It was a great, great, great time because everybody was in their mid-20s. Everybody had jobs that didn't require so much mental, just more on be there.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have loaded responsibilities yet at work. So we were really able to take a Tuesday, turn it into a New Year's Eve party, and go to work the next
And
day
still go to
on
work.
time. And nobody knew there was something wrong because we weren't given enough roles to be like, I can't fucking do that. You know, so it wasn't, I would be working at work with my face sitting in front of me now, my dad, and I'm working jewelry and shit, and it's in front of me, and I'm like, my hands smell like booze. I took a shower in the fucking morning, but my pores are giving out. I smell like a walking
But
open
Vesuvius
bottle
rag.
of something, you know.
Another thing Armin would do, all these things, I was just like telling the story today. I was like, you know, another thing, like Armin wouldn't give a shit about his apartment. Like, you know, he would say, oh yeah, you guys can go to my place. Like, I'll be there in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
The door's unlocked. Just go
No,
in.
somebody
Or
always
somebody-
said, or you go to George and you get my
Whatever,
best
it was
friend was,
something
"Hey,
like
take
that."
the key and get in.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
and,
you know?
and it was common to have like 15 people in his place. It was common.
it was really, really.
Now we
really,
can't even,
really
now it's hard to
cool.
get like, us four in the same place.
True.
It's fucked
I
up.
came to my apartment one time. One of my best friends was sitting there. There was a nice hole burned in my couch. And he said, I came in and I was like, smells like somebody's cooking sausages. And he's like, huh? Oh, fuck! Fuck your couch. So what do you think we did? The futon. I was like, hang on, get the fuck up. Took the futon, flipped it over, said, no, we're good to go.
That's
Oh
fantastic.
man.
So
I
of
threw
all
a
the
beer bottle through the window there, man.
keep you
You
told
know?
us this, yeah.
Oh, the best. I was going to Germany, so I decided I'm gonna stay awake over the night, so I sleep on the flight. I did whatever. That has nothing to do with this, but I did that. In the morning, I was gonna go to work, and I realized my air conditioner, which used to leak water, what I did is it's in the door, right? So I taped a bag onto the door, and I put that bag in a box, so the water would go in that bag, and every now and then I would empty it. Instead of getting a new AC, I didn't have the money for a new AC at the time, and it worked fucking great. So I realized, oh shit, I had left my keys to Chris. I told Chris, mi casa, su casa, do whatever the fuck you want in there. Just don't burn a couch, you know, because somebody did that. So whatever the case, when I was leaving in the morning, I was like, Chris will never know what to do with that bag and that air conditioner. So I said, let me empty this bag in one shot in the bathtub. Now the bag, it's a garbage bag, okay? It was full, this much of water, and it was a lot of water. I didn't realize it until I went to lift the bag. I literally like, holy shit, that's a lot of water. I turned this way, and the bag just went.
Oh
A lot of water went all over my bedroom floor. It was like that, an inch deep of water in my room, and I was like, oh fuck.
no! Did you say "oh fuck"? Or you say "oh no"?
Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Everything, and I ran to my hallway, pantry, whatever, and I took the mop. I came back. There was no more water left. I was like, no, because hardwood floors. It went right through the cracks, right? And I was like, okay. Well, I just dried the floors and I left. Then my super calls me after that. He's like, hey, Armin, he's a 7-year-old Irishman. You know, I was like, hey, Al, what's up? He goes, you have a water leak upstairs? And I'm like, no. Funny thing, I was mopping, turned around, I kicked over the bucket. I went to get some towels and the water was gone. Oh, wait, okay, so there's no leak. I said, no. So you just spilled water? Yeah. Ah, fuck, our ceiling is all fucked up. But I'm glad to hear that there's no pipe leaking. The pieces of the ceiling fell on the girl while she was sleeping underneath.
Oh, man, there's
a lot of water.
Poor woman, okay?
Living under
one,
you?
Just, I don't know if you heard the cop story.
I had a lot of issues, but it always worked.
It always worked out. At one time, she thought she had us. Tell him the story. This
From
is a
which one?
great.
One in court,
The
or-
one, no, the one with the cops. Oh, there's a court
Oh,
one.
yeah. Okay,
The cops, where the cops showed up.
Yeah, we had a ripping St. Patty's Day at my house, the parade and the night before. Now, the night before, we went ballistic at my place. It was really bad. It's an apartment and it's not cement floors. You know, it was about 25 people. I don't know. Everybody was going to be at the parade was at my house.
Yeah.
And then at approximately 10, we knew we're going to Sapphire. So everybody wrapped up and we took off. At this point, cops showed up at my place to an empty apartment. We had just left, you know. So now they looked stupid because the cops came. Then Al comes, like, they sent the cops. And I was like, Al, it's St. Patty's Day. You know, I'm always at the parade, right? And then I was a little, you know, so he was like, oh, yeah, it's true. You're not here. I don't know what's wrong with them. They really are causing shit in our building. And then, but they had, remember the first time they sent the cops, we were having a hockey game and the police came. And I was like, oh, fuck off. I opened the door and it was a woman cop and a guy cop. And I was like, I got it. Before they could talk, I was like, we're making too much noise. This is our final warning. You come back, we're getting fined. I got it. End the story. I said, it's done. I went to close the door. The girl kicked the fucking cop, the door, right? She was like, hey, don't talk for me. I was like, okay. She's like, this is your last warning. If you come back, she told me exactly what they said. I said, okay, all right. So they left, right? Now I told everybody, be nice. They fucking sent the cops. I went downstairs the next day and I knocked on her door. And I was like, hey. She's like, hey. I was like, I'm your neighbor upstairs. Oh, hi. I'm like, yeah, you know who I am. I said, why'd you send the cops yesterday? Well, you guys were making a lot of noise. And I was like, yeah, but you're my neighbor. Hi, you guys are making a lot of noise. And we'll turn it down. I said, we don't like cops. I told her, you know. What makes you think we're going to listen to police? I said, so, which is bullshit. We turned the party off, you know. So I was like, you have a paper and a pen? Give me a paper and a pen. She came. I took my phone out. I wrote your friendly neighborhood Armin. Put my number. I'm like, you call this when there's noise. Okay, but we were obviously too much for them to handle, man. And they sent me letters. And then they took me to court. But what they didn't account for is my neighbor was George, who shared a wall with me. And my upstairs neighbor was Brendan. These two guys are like longtime best friends. The landlord who owns this multi-millionaire Madam Wu, okay? All right? She doesn't know that. So I went to court. So I was like, bring witnesses with me. George, witness. Brendan, witness. The girl downstairs, I was like, look, Your Honor, it's like, these are the two people who share walls with me.
Before you go on, do you want to go on the record incriminating people for lying on the stand?
They didn't lie. I know for a fact I never bothered George or Brendan. For a fucking fact.
Fair enough.
Okay, and then Diane Wu apologized for taking me to court for that. And I said her full name. I don't want to do that. I figured Madam Wu was much cooler. But yes.
I saw that pause. And then my landlord, Madam Wu.
A lot of
Yeah.
things have happened there, man. You know how many bottle caps came out from the back of my TV?
2,700.
About.
That's
I'm
probably
not even
accurate.
exaggerating, man.
Actually, do you remember how many cases there were?
Yes, 98 cases were on my wall, but
But there were
times
more than that.
24.
that doesn't count for the ones where we used to, because they used to deliver beer at that time. So
He was pretty close.
That doesn't account for the ones.
2,352.
there's a lot of empties that
Yeah.
you would call them, say, "Come take this case, bring me a new case," so you get credited the bottles
Right.
right away.
Yeah.
because I didn't have room anymore on the wall, and that's all in one hockey season.
Yeah, one hockey season.
And we started the wall way after the beginning of the.
It
hockey
sounds
season.
like you really missed that time in your life.
We
You
do.
have no
You
fucking
have
idea.
no
Of
fucking
course,
clue.
of course,
You have
man,
no
no.
fucking clue.
You have no idea. It was
I
really,
don't have
really,
that
really,
miss-
really
It
special.
was magic.
I don't have that year.
And I wasn't
It
even
is my
there
time
in the
right now.
beginning times because we knew each other, but we were only seeing
we
each
got
other like
close at the end of my apartment.
yeah, we were seeing each other like at Foofs and
You were dating? That's fantastic.
we were, yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
No,
glad
but
it
we-
came out.
I
Look.
always date the people I fuck first.
Yeah, always, always.
I could see that leg shifting. That's a lie.
Look, we met at a Typo Negative show, and then after that it was just like we see each other at shows, then hanging out at Foofs, and I don't know, shit just
Piranha.
Sucked each other's dicks.
Sapphire.
Yeah, yeah. it
sapphire,
works.
and then it just happened like that. Like,
That's
it just happened.
fantastic. No, I'm still in that time, so I don't really miss anything.
It was a really, 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 really cool apartment, man.
Yeah, you know what? Like when I
We
hear
made
harm,
people fucking. Raza came over one time, and Brendan, for one reason or the other, had never had wasabi. You know, so we put it in a shot glass, about like that much, like half my pinky of it, in a glass with a little bit of vodka, and we said, "Drink this." And Brendan is like, "Why?" And always like, "Trust me, you've never had wasabi. No, you're gonna love this shit. It's gonna be a little fucked up, but do it. Trust me." He's like, "I don't know, man." Now Raza walks in, Mr. Superhero, right? He comes in and he's like, "What's going on?" And we're like, trying to get Brendan to drink this shit. And then Raza's like, "What? Give me that." And he just shoots it. And as he shoots it, we're like, no, wait! And then Brendan's like, "What the fuck were you guys trying to get me to drink?" If you no, I mixed it up. It was Brendan.
Yeah, it was I knew it was the other way
It was
around.
Raza. We were
Yeah.
trying to drink this because Brendan knows what wasabi
Yeah, because I was like,
is. Yeah.
why would you try getting Brendan but not Raza?
Okay, so we tried to get Raza to drink it, and then Raza was like, why? And then Brendan came, "What's all the hoopla?" We're like, trying to get Raza to drink this. Like, "Give me this." And he drank it, and we're like, "No, wait," because we want to protect Brendan, right? And then Raza's like, "What do you mean, no, wait? The fuck were you giving me?" And then Brendan started, man. He goes, it's cold and hot from here to here. And he's snorting, and there's boogers hanging from his mouth. And he had a garbage rag. He would put his head inside, come out, be darker red each time to release purple.
No, I've seen that the boogers coming from the nose when I was in the 8th grade. Buddy of mine, Kyle, decided to smoke paper and sniff pepper at the same time.
Smoke paper.
Yeah,
and
he
sniff
rolled the
pepper.
paper.
that's so bad.
He sniffed the pepper, and then he took a hit of the
Oh
paper.
my God.
At the same time, eyes watering, the boogers from his nose just dripping down. The history teacher was like, "Get out of class." He's like, Miss, I can't fucking breathe. Everything, like, except for his ears, everything was coming out of his face.
Miss, I can't
fucking breathe.
The scariest thing that ever happened in my apartment was I came home after a night of partying. I was alone. I know my place. I live alone. I went to take a shower. What I didn't know was that the drywall up on top of me was starting to get soggy because there was a leak of the bathtub on top of me.
I can just imagine what's coming next.
I don't know this yet. And I'm taking a shower and I'm like, oh, and this is the thing about the really old buildings in Montreal. You'd think that they're piped with 7-inch piping. The water pressure is like a fucking fire hose. It's amazing. So you're like, oh yeah, right? And then, you know how drywall, they stick it with that, the mesh tape?
Yeah.
So they had that up there going across, and a piece of that dislodged from the water leaking on it, and it was nice and warm from my shower, and it very casually just dropped on my shoulder like this. And I'm in the shower with my eyes closed. I was washing my hair, and I'm like, who the fuck is in the bathtub right now? And he's behind me and he just placed his hand on my shoulder. You know, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Turned around and there was this thing hanging. I swear I had to sit on the lip of the bathtub for about 5 minutes.
Raz's revenge is what I'm gonna call it.
I've had to break into that apartment with Liam from the
I know this
the
one.
balcony beneath me. And we had to go on her balcony. It was a girl who's been calling the cops on me as a regular basis. Now I'm on her balcony and breaking into mine. One time, there were a couple under me. They were from Toronto, okay? So they moved back to Toronto eventually. They couldn't live in that apartment anymore because of me, maybe. So I knew Mansour was coming over, so I had access to the roof. And I went on the roof and gathered a bunch of like the pebbles that are on the roof, the flat
The
roofs.
nuts.
And I'm waiting for Mansour to come in so I can start throwing these at him from up above, right? Now I see Mansour coming and now I gauge it like without looking. I'm like, at this point he's at the front door and I start launching. Start launching. And then after about a few handfuls, I look up smiling and the boyfriend of the girl downstairs is with his bike looking up and all those rocks are rained around him. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm trying to make peace with these guys. And now he's under the impression this guy on top of us hates us so much he throws rocks on him from on top of the roof. First fuck up that I didn't intend. Second one, I invited everybody for the Stanley Cup final, Pittsburgh versus Red Wings, when the Red Wings won that first cup of the 2 times they won the finals together, 08, 09, whatever, 07, whatever it was. And you guys were all coming over, and I had free cable from the day I moved in. It was just connected. That day they cut my cable. I have 20 guys coming over to watch a fucking hockey game. What do I do? I'm like, I gotta do. I went upstairs and I saw it. Videotron cut my goddamn wire. Okay? Went back downstairs, took a bunch of tools, went up. Whose cable am I stealing? With a cable splitter, mind you. So I can split somebody's cable, I get cable,
Yeah.
and he keeps his. I did that. From all the wires in the fucking apartment flex, there's about 150 of them up there. I cut one.
The bottom lady.
It was the people downstairs, and when I made the connections, their wire broke off, okay?
This is like a movie, man.
The Stanley Cup final. My friends came, we watched it. 2 days later, my super called me. Hey, you been on the roof at all lately? No, not at all. Why? Somebody's been tampering with the cable wires. I told him, Al, to tell you the truth, I'm one of the lucky guys, man. I came in, there was free cable over here, so I've never had to do that. I didn't tell him my cable was cut, you know?
Right.
So can't be me. He's like, kind of weird because the wire that's been that's been bridged, that's your cable wire. No, I don't know. Hold on, let me check. Oh wow, I don't even have cable right now, man. Somebody fuck with my shit too. So they moved out.
You could have a whole sitcom based on your time in an apartment.
You could. You know what? I'm convinced things like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, the writers, they're writing about
Oh, probably.
their stories living in New
Very,
York.
very possible. We can have a sitcom. Armin's
100%.
Armin's World.
Oh man,
No, just call it the Gamshire.
No, they're gonna think it's a fucking old English Middle Earth bullshit. We can
But
just call it.
the name
no,
of his
that's
building.
the name of my fucking building, the Gamshire.
Yeah, but if you were to
Gamshire
scroll
on the
through
fucking
that,
building.
if you were to scroll through that on Netflix, you would think it's some fucking Lord of the Rings bullshit. The Gamshire. It was
Depends
called
depends on the
Apartment.
thumbnails.
Yeah, it depends on the thumbnail.
Yeah,
exactly.
depends on the thumbnail, man.
You're gonna look at Armin. You're not gonna think fucking Lord of the Rings.
If Armin was on the thumbnail on Netflix, I would watch every episode.
Pour me a little more of that shit.
Armin has his dick out right now. For those who are not,
Yeah, he just went to
watching.
take a piss. Ivy went to take a piss, but it was very
Incognito.
discreetly.
It was
Like,
I
saw
used to do that at the beginning a lot
Yeah, that was
during the
everything you
podcast.
did.
You've grown up a bit.
It was a callback to the beginning.
So,
But I used to
what
take
was your
a
best
piss.
moment on the podcast? What do you think was the best time?
Well, a moment I really enjoy. It's when we talk about superhero and I put my boxers over my pants, and at the end I rip them off. Like in my head, in my brain.
I'm back from my piss. Hold
Yeah.
that thought.
Jesus, that was a
You're
quick piss,
interrupting.
man. You're very
Yeah,
quick.
but it's all
my
good. It's all
apartment,
good.
all
To your
right?
apartment.
To
To the
your-
Gamshire.
Gamshire. It was heaven on heaven in earth.
Yes.
Right.
I like it.
so
So wait, Ivy, let him finish his thing.
I was just saying, if you ask me a moment I really enjoyed, that was that, man. When I ripped my fucking boxers. It was not the moment I ripped the boxers. It was the moment I throw them at you. The reaction. Vince face like, like. I don't know. I kind of miss those moments, you know, like
miss them
You know what?
the first 12th episode. I used to be a little more on edge, you know.
Bring you should maybe bring these moments back.
We will.
Like no, but I mean like do some shit.
Like a montage.
no,
No, do it over. Do it on the next. podcast.
Do things.
Well,
be Ivy.
You know, this is something.
Be
There,
you.
like, if we gotta talk about me for a
be you.
second,
Be exclusive.
There's
Be dead.
there's the IV, the unknown, the whatever before gray zone. Then there's gray zone, and then there's here. You know, the way that I enjoy myself the most was when we started here. Like this is where I used to do like the Meg Bastard, ripping on my boxers, doing that
Nobody
Megadeth
told you to
songs in
stop.
my fucking garage, but it's a
Nobody
Metallica
told you
shop.
to stop.
I know I should just bring it back. man.
Just do these things. Just I know it's more editing for you. You know, like
Nobody told me to stop it, right?
look, just do it. I mean, look, when there's times that we have like these, let's say, I wouldn't say serious conversations, but when we just like, let's say, I don't know, we're talking about Elon Musk or whatever. You know, maybe at those kind of situations, it's not a good idea. But like when it's times we're doing this, or when we're just talking about whatever, throw shit in. Be Ivy.
Something else. Something else. Like one of the.
Before you go on, I'm going to
Please.
sing you a song by a little person called Bonnie Tyler. Every now and then we fall apart, and we need you now tonight. We fucking need you more than ever.
Why do we keep interrupting Ivy? I noticed
Because
this.
I want to understand where we're coming from. So do you,
baby.
Do you?
be you, be exclusive, be dead.
Marvin J.
Wait, no.
I don't know about being dead.
Yeah,
I don't know about-
okay, guys, I'll listen to you. But
Stay put.
something else that we have to bring back. One of the greatest debate:
Metallica.
Kiss versus
Oh,
Metallica, man.
no.
That was a great
I saw Jumanji
moment, man.
yesterday, and you know what they had all over the movie? Metallica. Nothing.
All over.
And it was in the 90s. It wasn't even the 80s.
Even
Metallica
at
in
that
the 90s.
point, guy, even to date,
You still haven't shown me anything. Anything.
I don't
that
have
means
to.
Kiss. No,
I
you
don't
do.
have to.
You really
I
do.
can
You know what?
you.
This is me. This is me. Like Mayweather was
And the
throwing
moon is
dollar
made of
bills
cheese.
at
The
fucking
moon is
McGregor.
made of cheese,
It's
dude.
all that debate's
The
worth to
moon
me.
is
How about
dollars.
year one?
The moon is
Okay.
made of cheese.
Look,
Kiss
Kiss
very
is the biggest
recognizable
brand,
logo.
guys. Kiss is the biggest
You
brand.
haven't- no
That's
proof.
it.
There's no proof.
Oh,
I
as
don't
a-
need
it's
to.
hard,
Yes, you
dude.
need
As a
proof.
No,
brand,
I don't
it's
need
still
to
a bigger
prove-
brand.
No,
Just
no,
for
it
the
is.
amount
Ivy.
of merchandise.
Ivy,
No,
remember what we
having
said?
a lot of merchandising does not mean you're bigger.
No,
It just
no,
means you have a
but they
lot.
still-
Metallica
the
sold the
They don't
most.
sell as
The
much as
four
Metallica.
I get that. Oh, there you go again. This debate's not
Then you
dead.
have
Let me ask you
nothing to
this.
go on.
One question.
Yeah.
The M.
The
M.
The Metallica
Yes,
M?
okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
You don't have to stress
the
because
ninja,
somebody
the
told you
ninja star,
M, he means the Metallica.
the ninja star.
The M in the ninja star. The fucking M. The way they write
Yeah,
M.
yeah.
Against the four faces of Kiss.
The M.
Which one is
What?
more
The
recognizable?
The M.
Are you nuts?
100%, dude.
It's hard
Man.
for me to say the M, dude.
Dude, you have nothing to go on
But from
other
the
than
other
what's in
side,
your
I'll
head
tell
that
you
Kiss
this.
is bigger. But
I don't have to. No, you have nothing to go on than
you
the
have
M.
to give me some proof.
I
I'll
don't
tell you
have to,
this.
man.
Yes, you do.
I call
Yeah.
you to prove me otherwise.
No, I've shown you everything else. They
What?
sell more, they have
That
more, they've
doesn't
done
mean
far
anything.
more than. Yes,
That
that
doesn't-
is everything. You
It-
can't say
it
something
doesn't
is
mean
more
anything.
recognizable because you believe it is.
And the other
It's
side
not
of
just
the
that,
onion
man.
is that this summer.
Give me something. What do you have to go on?
Well, wait, let Armin say something.
No, he's going on with the summer.
No. What I'm gonna tell you is Metallica puts more asses in chairs.
Then
Yes,
Kiss.
100%.
Then what
That-
do you have to go on that
I'm
Kiss is
talking
bigger?
about a brand.
name.
No,
Like Elvis. Is
no.
Metallica more than Elvis?
No, but Elvis sells more than Metallica.
Fuck selling. He means brand. He doesn't mean
No,
a dollar.
brand
Yeah.
means selling.
No.
He means household
Yes.
name. Then is what he fucking
Metallica is still bigger.
means. As a household name.
Yes,
it is.
100%. Now it is.
My
20 years
boys.
ago. 20 years ago, no. Now it is.
Okay, you know what?
You know what?
I need to do this
Wait,
now.
okay, how about
I need
this?
to
How
do
about this, Ivy?
How many people I need to ask?
Wait,
random
Ivy,
people
not
in
about
this-
asking.
This is what
It's
we're
about
gonna do.
what then?
Perception
Hey!
is what it is, man. If you sell
Nothing
more,
you
it
could
is
say.
more.
Hey, John O has spoken. What I said,
If
hey.
every, wait.
Hey,
Hold on,
hey,
before you go
listen.
on.
Let John speak.
Flat Earth, bro.
He's on a mission.
I'm on a mission. So this is TBC 52. We could say this is year one, the new 52.
The new
Yes,
52.
the
Okay.
new 52.
So we're going. So for season 2, year 2, What I want you to do, Ivy, is you're gonna go on the street because you.
No,
Yes.
no.
And just
No, that's not the
Let
right way
him
to
talk.
Go. If you go to flat Earth, people, I could see it's flat.
No, he's not gonna go to flat Earth.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
go-
about that. You can't
I'm
just
gonna
ask
go-
and have the perception be that Kiss is bigger, so it is.
No,
it
how
isn't.
you do it?
No,
is you put that M.
No.
And you
No,
put the four faces.
No. This is how you're gonna do it. You're just gonna go to every single person, and we're not gonna say, okay, we're just gonna
Okay,
choose
fine.
the best
We can
ones.
do that if you ask 7 billion people.
Relax with 7.
I'm not gonna go to fucking
That's
around the
sample.
earth
Then you
for
can't
this shit.
ask that.
Okay, Vin. Okay,
You
John.
can't ask 100, you can't ask 100,000, you can't ask a million. You have to ask at least 1 billion people.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
no,
That would be
you're
stupid.
nuts,
No,
man.
because it's you. If you ask only people of flat Earth, if
You
they're
know,
on the
that
flat, you're gonna get
sounds like-
100%.
Hold on.
You know what, Justin? That
You want me to
sounds like
message a billion
insecurity.
people?
You're
Hold on,
wrong.
one second.
Let me
You
get my
make
friend
no
list.
sense about
No,
asking only flat Earth people.
No,
so you're gonna say everyone in Montreal is a flat Earth person.
No, what I'm trying to say is if you poll 100% of the flat Earthers, if whether the Earth is round or flat, you're only gonna get flat Earth.
And how do I get
Hold
these
on.
people?
Hold on.
Like, I'm
How
not
is
gonna
he
do.
gonna know that everybody he's going to ask is Kiss
But
people?
what I'm trying to say is
He's gonna ask-
perception of something doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, Vin.
What? No.
Let me challenge you on something else.
There's a way
Where
to do
do you
this.
want me to ask?
It's not about asking,
there's
it's
a way
about
to do
proof.
this.
There's numbers.
There's a way to do
It's
this.
not, I'm not talking
Forget
about
it.
numbers.
There's
man.
a
No,
way-
it is numbers.
No,
it's
not.
only numbers.
It's not, man.
It is only numbers. It's not just what you believe.
There's a way to do this.
What?
You just had to do it.
Listen,
I have to do
You
it.
had to
I've
do it.
gotta ask.
shitheads. There's a
7 million
I mean,
people.
bastards.
Yes.
There's a way to do this. You don't go asking which one is bigger. You don't do that. What you do is you do what Armin said. You take a picture of the M.
No.
And the pic. No, listen.
Yes, and you know,
I'm
Listen,
not
you
even
recognize.
gonna-
No. Not even who you recognize first.
I'm gonna
What
go
is this?
further.
All
than
you
that.
do, is you show both of them. You're like, who's this and who's this?
Perception.
No, listen,
No,
listen.
dude.
Talking
Listen,
about a
listen,
brand.
What the fuck I'm saying?
But I know where you're going
What
with
am I
this
gonna
shit.
say?
You're gonna
You say it for me.
You're gonna ask the M. You're gonna ask the faces. Which one is it? Oh, I know that one more. Okay, so it's
No,
bigger.
that's not what I was gonna
That's
say.
not what
What
he
are
was
you gonna
gonna
say?
say.
I didn't say who you know more. I was
is
gonna
this?
say, what is this? They'll tell you. What is this? They'll tell you.
And what do you get
they
when
tell
it's
you-
both?
If it's both, that's 1 and 1.
But it doesn't. If it's
Hold on.
okay, but if
It's-
you at the end you have everyone who knows both, it doesn't mean it's bigger.
Guys,
Listen.
le-
Wait.
You know, let me
Listen,
tell you
let me
how I'll
let
do
me
it.
lay this down. I know now we're arguing.
Let
'cause
him
we have
lay it
booze.
so you can pick it, man.
So
Do it.
basically, you're gonna have in your phone a poll. You're gonna have one that says both,
You
one
need
that says
to
Kiss,
ask
Yeah.
a billion
and one,
people.
One that says both, one that says Kiss, and one that says Metallica.
You have to ask a billion people.
You
Asking
don't
100,
have to.
asking
How can I ask
1,000.
a billion people,
You
man?
can't, then I'm not going to
People-
accept 100 or 1,000.
there is
People
no-
that do that for a living, they don't do this for a billion people,
I'm not going
man.
to accept 100 or 1,000.
You know why? Because you know
it
you're
isn't.
losing.
It's 1,000 isn't even 1% of all the people who know those bands. It's not even 1%.
Dude, then that means every single poll or
He
anything.
could just
that's
go
done-
to. He could just go
I'm
to
not
people
gonna
who
go
are
to
50
Brazil.
and ask
I'm
who's
not gonna
bigger.
go to Australia.
No.
and fucking
Right, so you can't do
We
it
have
like
to-
that.
we have
Who
to-
are you gonna put money into? Kiss or Metallica?
I'm not putting
No,
money.
but if you had money to put into one of those two bands, which band are you gonna put money into?
The biggest
Slur.
brand.
No,
Biggest
you're gonna
brand.
put Metallica because they're gonna give you more money out
biggest brand, it's Kiss.
of it.
Metallica's
it is-
Bitcoin.
You
Biggest
Metallica
brand
is
is something that recognizable.
No, it is not to do that. It has to
Okay,
do with
Vin
who sells.
wins. Vin wins. We can't do it.
You see, you're not
We're
even
doing it.
listening. If you're gonna put money into
Unless
something
we
you-
have 7 billion
Yeah,
people.
7 billion
Right.
people.
But you know what? Only
Find me one poll that has ever asked 7 billion people.
seriously,
I'm giving
please.
you actual numbers of what
Please.
they sold, and you're saying no.
Just
it's-
one.
You're
Just
saying
one.
but you're coming from nowhere. Just saying that.
You're
Kiss is
coming
bigger.
coming from nowhere as well,
No, I gave you numbers that Metallica.
I
is
tell you,
bigger.
you're right about
I
numbers.
gave you.
They're number 30 something, Kiss number 50 something about selling albums.
and that's what
But
makes
Kiss
a
is the
brand.
biggest
Oh,
brand.
No,
No.
Okay.
what makes a brand?
Hey, dude,
what
okay,
makes a brand?
let me ask you a question.
Just
What
recognize
makes a
it.
brand? What?
What
one,
makes
one
a
question,
brand?
okay? What's the biggest brand when it comes to Frigidaire? Frigidaire or Samsung?
Samsung.
Frigidaire, bitch.
Samsung-
Exactly.
No,
that's
Samsung
what I'm
sells
talking
more.
about. No,
What
yeah,
is
but
bigger?
Frigidaire is the biggest brand.
No, it
Nike,
isn't.
yes, you call it
No,
Frigidaire, man.
a brand that
What's
sells
the
more
biggest
is
brand?
the biggest
Kleenex or fucking something else? Or,
Kleenex, but Kleenex sells more.
but Kleenex is a brand. No, Kleenex probably sells less than fucking Cottonelle.
No, it sells more.
I don't know.
Cottonelle is
Guys,
toilet paper.
guys,
That's some nice
I'm
cats.
telling you, when
All
it's
we gotta
defined by
do-
who's the bigger brand,
please,
it's who sells
please,
more.
Please let me limit my poll to 1,000.
I'm not accepting any
To
poll.
1,000.
No,
A
because
1,000.
I don't know where you're polling. You could go to.
I'll be with
Kiss.
you.
No,
I'll
It
let
has
you
nothing
choose.
to do with
I'll let
polling.
you choose.
A poll
I'll
is
let you
not
choose.
proof of anything.
The only thing you're not
A
allowed to
poll
do
is not proof of of anything.
Yes, it is.
I'll let you
Isn't.
choose. I'll let you choose.
A poll is
Guys,
proof
let
of
you choose.
anything.
Okay, shitheads. Listen.
Come on.
Listen.
I want you guys to just answer my question right now.
What?
If you had $1 million to invest into one of these two bands, who would you put money into?
That's not the
Invest?
question.
Yes.
That's not the
different.
question.
No, it isn't.
That's not, but that's not the
That's not
question.
the question.
No, I want to know why. I want to know what you invested in. Why?
Because you
That's
said
not
it
the
yourself.
question.
Metallica sells more, but his question is not
That
about selling.
is-
We're not talking about
No, it is
selling.
about
It's
selling.
not
I'm gonna
about
show the
selling.
fourth face.
It is about selling.
Vin, I'm gonna show the fourth face of Kiss. I'm gonna show every members of Metallica with their logos, with all
No,
their
then
albums.
you have to show
Who
them
do you
without
recognize
you
the
have to
most?
show them without
People
the
would
makeup.
say the
show
face.
them without the makeup.
Why? They're not Kiss.
Why?
without the
This
makeup.
is
They
not
are.
the trademark.
Kiss was without makeup.
Okay, I'll
It's
show.
not
Okay,
Kiss.
okay, wait.
It doesn't
I'll
matter.
show Kiss
The
without
Kiss he's
makeup,
talking
and I
about-
will show Metallica with fucking Kiss makeup, and people will say Metallica is Kiss.
Right, because they know who Metallica
biggest
is.
brand.
No.
If you put a fucking
No,
Mario hat on
dude.
fucking
Dude,
Sonic, people
let-
are gonna call
Stop
Sonic
it.
Mario.
They
man.
define biggest brand not by recognizing, but by who sells
I just
more.
want to say something. They're both.
It is by
Stop
who
it, man.
sells
They're
more.
both one of my favorite. Like
Yes,
both of them.
I know.
So let me just say this, and
What
it's
were you
gonna.
doing
Can
with
I have? Hey John, can I have the final word on this one? I think I have the right.
No,
right?
you
ahead.
No,
Hey, how
no,
many
final
Kiss
word.
albums do you own?
None.
How many Metallica records do you own? Right?
Yeah.
That's right. I said Metallica. I also
Yeah,
call
yeah.
Nicolas Cage Nick because he's my friend.
That's fine. How
Okay?
many Metallica
All right.
albums do you own?
Right. So let me tell you, what you're saying is kind of true. Stop.
No,
I'm
it-
not fucking done talking.
It really isn't.
But I'm not done until I'm done. You just.
Your perception
Let
of
him talk. Let him fucking
No,
talk.
because you're
Let
going
him
on a
talk.
I'm
fake
just
news.
gonna
He
tell
let-
you
he let
right
you talk.
now a
Let it
fact
go.
of fucking facts.
It's not a fact.
Right now,
It's not a fact.
I gotta tell you this, and you just stay quiet. If, and I'm saying it's an if statement. You ever programmed before? You know what an integer is?
Okay,
You know
you're
what a
going
variable
off
is?
topic.
No. If, even if Kiss is the bigger brand today, even if, I'm telling you, that scale is tipping like no fucking tomorrow in Metallica's favor. And if it's not today, after tomorrow, next week, when John Cena finally decides not to be the greatest human being on the fucking planet, whenever it is, it'll be Metallica in no fucking time is all I'm saying. Because Kiss is on its way out, and Metallica's only getting
I'm
fucking
telling you,
bigger.
they're already
Leave
on
it
their
at
way
that.
out. If you want to define metal,
Leave
who's
it
the
at
band
that.
you put
As a household name, even if Kiss still stands on a leg today, it's a fucked up leg with leprosy.
But you guys are misinterpreting
Leave it at it.
Ivy's
No,
question.
define
it's
brand.
not.
Define
No,
brand. You
It's
haven't
not.
defined
No.
brand.
I've been telling you what do you recognize.
What
the
is
most.
the biggest brand? No, what is
Yeah,
the
he's
biggest
been
brand?
saying the biggest
he
brand.
says biggest, but I know what he really means.
What does he
means
mean?
household name.
Is
No.
the most recognizable?
What is the
Yes.
most
I'm
recognizable?
still saying Metallica.
Okay, so the
Not yet.
easiest way to do it, and it's not fair to say let's go to a suburb,
You
let's
guys
go to the
didn't-
mile
Yeah,
you're
end.
right.
Because if we go to
But
the
you
mile
can't- I'm
end,
not accepting
let
the
me
poll.
speak.
I know.
If we go to the mile end, we're gonna have mainly young people. If we go to a suburb, we're gonna have more old people. But let's go to a place where it's very mixed. The Old Port. You go to the Old Port, not now, in the summer. You go there,
Thank you.
you'll have a wide range of
Still don't wanna do it.
demographics.
I still think it's
But
bullshit.
all I'm saying, what he has to do is to see who's more recognizable. Is all you have to do is just say who's this and who's that. That's all he
What
has to do.
happens at the end when they know both? Because I'm not
If
saying
they-
Kiss
if they
isn't
know both-
recognizable.
So
They-
if they know both, then it's
1-1.
It's 1-1 for both.
But it's not a brand. Stop saying they're the bigger brand. It's more.
It's-
You can
I
have a
think
more
it's more-
recognizable logo.
They're the
but that's-
biggest
But no,
brand.
no,
they
we
are.
wouldn't go with logo. We would take what would be the thing that defines them. So Kiss, it's their faces.
Yes,
Metallica would be what?
the Metallica logo.
Besides the
Gene
logo.
Simmons' tongue is almost as famous still as Metallica is.
It's total.
today.
No,
That's what
not
I'm
at all.
saying. Exactly.
Man. No,
Thank
it
you.
isn't.
Thank you.
It
I said
really
almost.
isn't.
Fucking the Spaceman is more recognizable than
No,
fucking
he
James.
isn't. Say the
fucking
Spaceman.
Jane
You're not
Hetfield,
gonna
man.
think Kiss.
Honestly,
to everybody.
The fucking drummer is more recognizable than fucking lead singer. of
No,
Metallica,
come on, man. No one gives a shit
Yeah,
about
Peter
Honestly.
Chris, come on, man.
Honestly.
I'm gonna show a face of the fucking Catman and the fucking
And
Jen
ask him
Hetfield.
who it is.
People will recognize the fucking Catman.
No,
the
they
most,
won't say
man.
Catman. They won't say Peter
I'm
Chris. They'll
going-
just say I think he's in Kiss.
Okay, can I do that to
Yeah.
1,000? Can I say 1,000 people?
No.
The Catman and fucking
No,
Jim
because
Hetfield.
whatever. Unless it's a giant amount of people, I won't accept it. You have to ask a lot of
This
fucking
is why
people.
I think you know you're wrong, man.
No, it's not
'Cause
about knowing I'm wrong.
Any
This is
people
why
are gonna
I
ask, you're
think
gonna say it's not right.
No, it's not about knowing.
Yes.
No, it's not about.
Yes.
Analyze
It has to be a giant amount of people.
I have no situation than asking the fucking entire earth.
Yes, because then you,
You know,
have
like,
100%
get the
of
fuck outta here,
people.
man. Get
You
outta
have-
here.
No, you want.
how can I do that? How can I do that?
1/10 of a percent to say that this is what defines it. 1/10%. 1,000 people is a tenth of
go
a
ask
percent.
go ask the Earth.
But I
and let me know.
I'm showing you numbers of who sells more. If I had
That's
a
not
million,
my point, man.
But if it's more
I know
recognizable-
Metallica sells more.
then they're
Yeah,
more
but Kiss is
recognizable.
No,
No.
I wouldn't say that's more recognizable. That's
No,
What
man.
define what is recognizable then? Just by people looking
You
at
know
it?
what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
No, man, it's not. Then
Mario
then-
is recognizable.
Then by that, the stop
Then
sign
Nike
is
Air
bigger than
fucking-
Kiss.
well, yeah.
I agree with that. 100%, man.
It's not a
100%.
brand. The stop sign.
Oh, man,
but
you're
we're
mixing
going for
shit
what's
up, man.
what's the most recognizable brand.
Okay, what's more recognizable, Kiss or Metallica?
Metallica.
Okay, so then
Now.
we'll go on that.
Now.
Then we'll go on
I
that.
don't know. I still have a hard
Never
time with
mind
that.
the brand.
We can't ask
What's
that.
more recognizable?
No, we can't ask that
I
because
still
it's
believe it's Kiss.
perception.
Guys,
It's a perception.
I still wouldn't do that because why does Metallica sell more? Because the demographics that would buy Metallica are into buying shit.
And-
Whereas
but-
Kiss
but-
also don't put out as many CDs.
But even when they
anymore.
did, they did in
don't-
2010, and it didn't sell anywhere near as many Metallica.
Yeah, I get it.
I agree
Because
with you.
who-
20 years ago.
People our age. I know you're an exception. You love Kiss, but people.
But I think their last two
We-
records suck assholes.
But we don't
not
listen
my
to
point.
Kiss, and a lot of
That's
people.
not my point.
The whole thing about this is not. Look, if I was to, if let's say they were companies.
Yeah.
Of course, I would invest in Metallica because I knew Metallica.
I know, but I know Cannibal
sell
Corpse. I don't
more.
listen to Cannibal Corpse. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but that's what
Just
he's
if you
trying
know
to say.
one, you might know the
What
other.
he's trying to say is who is more recognizable. It's like, look, I
Ice Cube.
look, if we were to take black metal bands, this is a good example for me. Okay, black metal bands, I could recognize, I don't know, Immortal, but I wouldn't recognize, I don't know, an Alma Thrak.
But you might not
not
recognize.
right.
But you know if you saw the band name that you know kind of who they are. You don't know anything
If
of
you
them.
show me pictures of whatever would be considered their
Yeah,
brand,
sure.
So, but at the same time, I don't own any Immortal records,
Right, and
But-
I know Kiss, but I don't know any Kiss
Okay,
albums. I
Vin-
know what they look like
but it
without
doesn't-
makeup.
Vin, I just want to ask you something.
Yes.
If I go around and
I'm not
ask
a-
people,
you
just
have
let
to
me
ask a
finish.
lot of people.
If I go around and ask 1,000 people, am I just going to be wasting my time?
Yes, for me, yes.
I don't think so, but it will depend on where you go.
Well, then what's the
No, but
point
it-
if I
it
can
depends.
prove a point?
No,
you
but it
know?
depends where you go
He
because
can't- he's asking just Montreal in the end.
No, but no, because,
I'm not gonna travel the world,
no,
man.
Because
I know.
look, if
for that.
I was, let's say, Vin, and I wanted to really make sure to prove a point.
Place des Arts during the summer.
No, not Place des Arts. I
Why
would
not?
say, let me go to a place where there is people were more likely to
Place
go
des Arts.
Metallica.
But in the end, you're still only
But-
asking a place in
Yes,
Montreal.
but you got to go to a place where there is a lot of different types
I know,
of people,
I know.
and that's
Man,
that's
My
gotta
point
tell you
is,
guys,
if you ask Montreal what
as
language they
intense as
speak,
the-
you're gonna get more 50% French, more 50%
But that's not the
English.
point, man.
No,
don't that's normal, and that's why
I
I'm
know,
saying that's
but
why
it
I'm saying.
changes in different areas. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's like going to a Schlager and saying,
Yes.
"Do you speak English or French?" Of course,
The
it's French.
Schlag.
But if you go downtown, then you're gonna get a better idea. Well, it's gonna be 50-50, maybe, but you're gonna find out. But that's mainly because of
Okay,
who we're
if you're
Nobody
only gonna show the
argued
M
this
of the
much about
Metallica-
Megadeth and Metallica. What's the matter with you guys?
Megadeth is nowhere near Metallica.
That-
But I
that's
mean,
a
that once
given.
upon a time, we actually.
if you're gonna show the Metallic, just the M from Metallica, you can only show Peter Chris. You can't show all four faces of Kiss.
You'll still,
I'll show one face.
It works for me, man.
But you can't, not the biggest one, just the M and Peter Chris. You have
Well,
to ask 1,000
That is
people.
1,000.
No,
1,000.
That's not fair.
I'm
because
good.
You're taking the
No.
most recognizable part
No,
of their logo.
no,
No,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
good. I'm
It
good.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because Armin,
If he
Armin,
says-
Armin, I don't even think
You're gonna
that-
try this with Peter
Wait,
Chris?
Armin,
Peter
I
Chris
was gonna
doesn't
tell me
wanna
it's
be
an
Peter
M.
Chris.
Armin, I don't even think that the Metallica M is as recognizable.
Even the Ninja Star is not.
Yeah.
No, the Ninja Star, no,
Yeah.
but
You
it was
just
only
fucked
used for one
Metallica,
album. It was
man. I
only
hope
used
you're
for two
happy.
albums in the 90s.
Which one?
The Ninja Star.
That's a great star.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing that the
And
M
if
has been
somebody
across
has
their
it
whole
tattooed,
thing.
it's a good decision.
yeah,
I
it is.
know.
Okay?
I
And it's
agree.
gold tattoo, man.
What about the raccoon? No, the raccoon's really
No,
unknown.
but honestly, the M
He's
could be
a
good.
fucking fox.
I'll show the fox.
But wait,
Exactly, it's a
but wait,
fox.
guys,
I'll
guys,
show the fox.
the
And he's
M-
dead. Have some respect.
The M is a good idea because the M, I would argue and say that is what you have to show if you're going to show Peter Chris.
Sure,
Boom,
I'll do
boom.
it. Boom, boom.
Boom,
That's
boom.
it.
But it's got to be
Hey,
1,000
we're
people.
wrapping up this fucking year right now.
That's how we're wrapping up the,
The
year.
biggest fucking argument of the year.
Guys, I'm not a screamer, man.
Yes, you are. You yell.
And
Oh, yeah, now I know.
returned the second time. I did. I've been
We're not
gone for
calling
like a
this
month
Rise
and
of
a
the
half.
Ape 2. You didn't
No,
rise.
The Ape's back.
The ape was only gone for like
On
3 or
vacation.
4. What did you do?
I was not
This
here.
guy trying to capitalize on his absence.
Yeah, we have to. Everything. Marketing. Gene Simmons. Capitalize. Capitalism. I write my name in all
I
capitals.
like this face you're doing.
I like
I
it
would
too.
take a picture of
Even
it.
though it's very disappointed in me.
Gene Simmons.
Would you let me spruce that face up?
Would you take a good bass lesson from Gene Simmons?
3 of them.
Really?
Only. Yeah, I want to know how he plays majors. But
Look at that face.
do that face again. I want to just fix it.
His face.
Don't move.
Wait, look
Keep
at
that
this.
face.
Hey, yo, we.
Now look at that.
Splashes of semen.
Axis of
his face.
Sweden.
Look at the
some
size
hair.
of those blackheads. Like a little forest over here.
Ivy, come back here. We got
Say your final confessions.
of.
He's,
oh, he's
wow, that's a
peeing.
stream.
That's a stream of piss.
Yo, fucks, didn't finish your drinks.
Well, because look, this
finished
is my
mine.
third glass actually.
I
How did
finished
you have
mine.
3?
Because I had 3.
Yeah. You want a little bit more?
No, I gotta drive.
Me too.
We hope you guys enjoyed this shit.
It was a very awesome argument. What I was trying to say earlier was that perception doesn't make something true. That's what I was going with. Just because people believe it doesn't mean it is.
Well, man.
I don't know. That's debatable too.
No,
actually,
no, it isn't. Because
Now
you
you're
can
stepping into
believe
the
that the
Mandela
planet
effect.
is flat,
Wait,
but it
no.
isn't. You can believe that something is so, but it really isn't.
You see,
I can believe you don't have a beard right now. I could just believe it. People can believe you don't have a beard. And I have a fucking beard!
Mandela effect. That's what I meant.
We can all believe you have a 5.9-inch dick, but it probably really is 6 inches.
7.5 flaccid.
That's pretty good. actually. That's pretty good, yeah.
around.
Wow.
He's a grower and a shower.
I can believe whatever I want to believe.
There's plenty of people who
But
believe they could fly and they
someday-
died.
By the time,
Something I believe that Vin, I don't need to ask the 7 billion people.
That's the only way I would accept
I will
it,
ask
though.
1,000.
John said it.
And wait, wait,
7 billion people. You want
I will let
7
you
billion.
win if you get 40% of the vote. I need
So if
6.
I get 35
You lose.
and the rest of them are all equal,
No, if I get 59% of the vote, I would give you the fucking thing. You win.
it's not about winning. I'm just trying to show you
It's
that
always
a
about
brand.
winning.
It's about
it
it's
really
about
isn't.
winning. Vin.
It's not about winning.
It's about
I just
winning.
want you to understand.
You
that a
want to
brand
win
is
because you asked me
defined.
to fucking ask the fucking hurt.
That's
you know
because
what?
it's a poll, and just because
I'll fucking ask
and
the
I was
audience.
as I was telling John, perception. Just because people believe something is true doesn't mean it is.
You want to know
Don't
about
try to get
polls?
away from this already,
No,
man.
no.
John,
You're
tell
trying-
him he can suck my pole.
You're trying to
Suck his
justify your
pole.
losing.
Suck my
Your
pole.
fucking nah, man.
The Switch is a shitty console, and that's all I'm gonna say. No matter how many people buy it,
yeah,
it's
but
still a shitty
Vin,
console.
we're not asking the question. Which one is bigger? Because that would be based on perception.
But it was-
we're just
okay,
going. We're
but
just
this
going
whole
on.
argument-
Do you know this? Do you know
Okay,
this?
that-
it.
that's
not
one
a size
thing.
thing.
It's still-
it's emotion of the ocean.
But we the whole time we had this argument was who's
More pushing
bigger.
for the cushion.
You see?
But the whole time we had this argument was who's
not
bigger.
who's-
If
no.
you go back, it was is it
I'll
bigger
say
brand,
what
bigger
brand? Brand is bigger.
All right,
It was
guys,
more
guys,
recognizable.
guys,
I know
guys.
Metallica
I asked
sold
guys to
more.
wrap this up.
Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We understand the criteria. It's 1,000. You guys,
1,000.
shook
I
on
have
it.
an even bigger
You don't
question.
have to do it the next podcast. Obviously, you won't.
No,
It's
I
just
shake
too
on it.
fucking
I shake
cold.
on it, but one stipulation that you understand that it's a tenth
Go
of a
with him.
percent.
Go with
I'm
him.
gonna go with.
I
him.
understand, but I'm not gonna ask the
I
full
know
hurt.
it's impossible.
What's next?
It's
Fucking.
impossible.
I have what's
All
next.
right.
Do you want to know what's
Since
next?
this is becoming long and drawn out,
I got a better
just want to say
question.
this. I want to say this. So my friend Steph just messaged me asking, "What are we doing?" I said, "We're podcasting." I said, "Just walk in. If you walk in within the next 5 minutes, maybe there's a chance you'll be on."
Nice.
What'd
Is
she
she
say?
here now?
Well, wait. Now she just responded.
What were you gonna say? Well,
I was gonna say the hardest question of all is, what's your final confession of the year?
fuck. That's a great question.
Fuck.
Anybody? Final confession of the
man.
year.
All right. So she's not coming. She's
Fuck
going to
her.
shower.
No, I mean I like her, but you know what? I
yeah,
mean.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Final confession of the year.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say, what was there anything that came out this year that we could say was the album of the year?
Cavalera Conspiracy.
Oh, that is a pretty good one. Actually, there's some songs on the second half I don't like as much.
I don't know. Nothing for me.
Wait, you would say before more than Hardwired? Oh no, Hardwired was last year.
Last year, yeah.
That's how he corrected me last time when I said that. Because I was like, no, actually, Hardwire. No, it can't. Hardwire was before. And Hardwire was
Okay, so
pretty
then you know
fucking
what?
good.
Yeah, then you know what? It is Cavalera for me. Cavalera Conspiracy.
It doesn't look. It's a very good album, but it would have been nice if there was an album even better than that one. But I didn't hear everything that came out this year.
I didn't either. Actually-
Eminem was the only one, and I wouldn't say it was my.
I haven't
best
paid
one,
it.
but,
I didn't even pay attention to that actually.
but I think this isn't the only real new album I listened to this year. I guess it's got to be Eminem's.
And I discovered that band
With
Extinction.
the chick singer.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Like I was listening to it, like I heard the check. I thought they were two different singers. I listened to the whole album, and I'm like, hey, let me just check them up. I looked them up on that Encyclopedia of Metal or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, Metal Encyclopedia. And yeah, I see it's one singer and it's a girl the whole time. Anyways,
Okay.
okay,
Ivy,
Ivy.
What's up?
final
Ivy.
confession
Wait, I
Final
didn't
of the
say
year.
confession of the
Final
year.
I don't want to go
confession
first this time.
So my final confession of the year is, I don't have a final confession.
Really?
I don't like things to be final, but I'm gonna say that in
Last-
2
What are you
days.
We've had 51 final
Listen,
confessions.
in 2 days from now, it's New Year's at my place, and
How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
You're gonna be 39.
I'm hoping.
Why you keep throwing fucking age
Why
at
you
us
keep
like
throwing
this? What is
age at
that?
us?
Just
That's
trying
like
to get-
Val asking
preparing you.
questions about Jimmy's girlfriend. What the fuck?
Now you're bringing it up.
But I didn't the first time.
What's your opinion on Jimmy?
I love this guy.
Yeah.
He
I
can
love him.
go
Yeah, man.
Fuck himself.
All right.
Jimmy and Vin in the last 5 years are the two guys I know the most. Like the new guys that I love the most.
What about
Love you too,
What about
Ivy.
rule number 4?
Love you too, buddy.
Read that rule number 4,
Oh, I'm gonna read it in an epic voice.
like it's Jimmy.
Rule number 4: when looking at Armin, shake head in disgust and say, "God, you're a piece of shit."
You didn't shake your head in disgust.
Oh, but it's actually you gotta look at it and go, God, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. God, you're a piece of shit. But no, well, we haven't even actually said the rules on here.
So you know what I'm gonna do for New Year's?
What?
I'm gonna put on this side. I'm gonna put what did you dislike of 2017,
All right.
and on this one, what are you looking forward to 2018?
Can I predict something? I'm gonna predict Daniel's gonna put on there the podcast.
I'm gonna predict that. I'm gonna predict Jimmy's gonna put on here Armin.
We're both gonna put our names in on the others, or we're gonna put. I hope this guy dies. Hope
That's savage.
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 Anyways, guys.
Final confession. We haven't had final
Okay,
confession.
so my final confession is this is my final drink. Not of the year,
no.
not of the year, because we're definitely doing trains before the turn of the new year. Hiccup.
Turn it the new year.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was fun, gentlemen. Bastards. Fuck you all.
Don't be cheap with that.
All right. Ivy, you want to go next?
Well, you can put me a little bit.
All
of
right.
it
So
if you
final
want.
And we
confession.
finished the brandy.
Finished
This
the
was
brandy.
given to us by what's his name?
Put some in my glass.
Javakel.
No, that
guy
guy.
you work
Javaco,
with
whatever
him.
you said. Put some in my
No,
glass.
not the guy I work with.
Okay, so we'll figure this out later. I guess I'll go next. My final confession of the year. It's been fantastic doing the podcast. It's Big 52, the new 52 of the Bastards Council. We've had 2 different logos.
New 52 is year 2.
It's true. It's true. New 52 is next year. So Big 52, we've got 2 different logos. We had 2 different locations, lots of guests, and a lot of awesome discussions, and obviously heated debates. Where it seems like me and Ivy get into these vicious, savage arguments, but no, we really love each other. I love you, Ivy.
You know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's my final confession. It's a good thing that now I'm in the middle because I can actually mediate you two. Like you guys were just yelling. I'm sure it's gonna
Just
come out
like my mother.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out in the sound, all like.
You won't be
peaking
able to
and
hear a word. It's gonna be great.
shit. Anyways,
So happy New Year to you guys. Fuck a lot of women or men or both.
what about Armin?
And that's my final confession.
This is my final confession. 2017 was a magnificent fucking year. It was also a good year for this podcast. You guys, like I say it again, you don't give enough of a fuck, but we have a good time when we do this, and I'm happy that I have enough documentation of us that if y'all motherfuckers die tomorrow, I can always go back to these podcasts.
Yes.
I can always go back to these podcasts and watch us shoot shit about shit that has to be shot. So it's really fucking cool. I think both you guys are off your rocker about this Kiss Metallica thing. It's like the chicken and the egg. I'm just happy they're both my favorite bands because I'd be really siding with one of you guys. One of you guys should be, both of you should be happy that I don't like one of the two. But I should be jumping on the Metallica bandwagon. Fuck you, I. But
You,
then when
you did that already.
But when I say that, I always look at you and I'm like, yo, the original lineup or nothing. So fuck Kiss, okay? All right. So yeah, I think hopefully we got 20 more views next year.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey, I set realistic goals. you
On
know?
average,
All right. Doesn't
he's
matter.
got one. He's got one.
Oh,
His head's like a hole.
Mr.
Do it.
TBC.
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 So my last confession is, I like TBC. I like Jono. I like Vin. I like Armin. I like the unknown. I like the shit that we do. You know what? We did a lot of great things for the first 52 weeks, but now we're the new 52. And
First
things.
52 guys.
No, the first 52. Yeah, that's what it is. 52 weeks, man.
And it's just weird to say
And
the
I
first
think-
52 are Rocky.
And whatever it is, man. But
We're gonna get this.
all I'm saying is, we did it good, and I'm only looking forward to make it better. And Vin, I know you usually do that, but on that note, we all had a couple of words to say to you. See ya!
We out.
1 year.
1 year.
I fucking hate you guys, man.
Don't worry, we don't like you either.